This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Mic check. 1, 2. Are we recording? Hi, I'm Michelle Bernstein, an award-winning chef, restaurateur, and mom. I have a lot on my plate, including my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. That's why I was prescribed Cosentyx. It helps me move better.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for people 2 years of age and older with active psoriatic arthritis. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Rated T for Teen.
Each year, thousands of adults lose their shred. It's an epidemic simply known as shred loss. But it doesn't have to be this way. Because rekindling your shred is as easy as playing the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. With new parks, cross-platform multiplayer, and sick new game modes, we can put an end to shred loss everywhere. Get the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 and show the world that the shred's not dead. Pre-order Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 and play the Foundry demo.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
Hey, business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
Cultivating Coachability, Developing Yourself and Your Team Through Feedback Abstract. This article explores the critical role of coachability, the capacity to receive and implement feedback, in fostering individual and organizational growth in today's rapidly changing environment. It examines how self-awareness, a growth mindset, and accountability enhance personal coachability while highlighting leadership strategies for creating feedback-rich cultures where continuous improvement thrives. Drawing from practices at companies like Facebook and Netflix, and contextualizing applications across industries including healthcare and remote work environments. The authors demonstrate how cultivating coachability provides a competitive advantage through accelerated learning and sustainable performance improvements at both individual and team levels. In our rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and grow is more important than ever. Organizations need leaders and teams that can continuously adapt and improve.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen. And keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/JackWelchMBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
Make your next move with American Express Business Platinum. Enjoy complimentary access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection. And with a welcome offer of 150,000 points after you spend $20,000 on purchases on the card within your first 3 months of membership, your business can soar to new heights. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum. Built for business by American Express.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at polestar.com.
Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS. Additional skill for enabling learning and growth is cultivating coachability, being receptive to feedback and using it to enhance performance. For leaders and their teams to reach their full potential, they must establish a culture where feedback is welcomed and results in positive change. Today, we will explore why coachability is so important for both individuals and organizations. Developing coachability in yourself. Coachability at the individual level first requires self-awareness, recognizing one's strengths as well as areas for development. Leaders must commit to personal growth and lead by example in their own receptivity to feedback. Research has shown that individuals who solicit frequent feedback and make continuous improvements raise their skill levels faster than those who do not engage in feedback-seeking behaviors. London and Smither. 2002. Leaders should, self-reflection, take time each week to self-evaluate your performance. Solicit peer feedback and set developmental goals. Note where impressions differ to gain helpful outside perspectives on blind spots. Feedback orientation. Approach all feedback encounters with an open, growth mindset. View critiques as opportunities rather than personal attacks. Be solution-focused on what can be learned rather than defensive reactions. Accountability. Monitor progress on developmental goals and enlist trusted colleagues to provide candid assessments of changes over time. Admit mistakes gracefully and show determination to incorporate advice into continued improvements. The importance of establishing a feedback-rich culture while developing personal coachability is important. Leaders must go further and cultivate an organizational culture where feedback thrives. Research clearly shows that effective performance management relying on frequent, candid feedback boosts team and company results. London and Smither. 2002. Denisai and Kluger, 2000. Leaders play a crucial role in establishing the conditions for feedback to improve outcomes. Heads of organizations at major tech companies. Leaders of fast-paced tech firms understand the value of continuous feedback to keep up with market changes. At Facebook, annual reviews are supplemented by frequent check-ins, where managers discuss progress, set new objectives, and give real-time coaching. Baker. 2019. Similarly, at Netflix, managers hold informal, keg stands, brief video conferences where any employee can present work for review and solicited advice from colleagues across departments. Lub. 2017. Both practices encourage ongoing two-way dialogue and cross-pollination of ideas. Developing a feedback-rich team culture. Several actions leaders can take to develop greater coachability at the team level. Encourage feedback exchange. Hold regular team discussions where feedback is offered and received by all members. Consider using peer feedback tools so everyone leaves with developmental goals. Leadership by example. Model openness to feedback by sharing examples of how input led to improved results. Discuss mistakes transparently and how lessons were incorporated. Psychological safety. Address fears about giving or receiving critical feedback upfront. Establish group norms where ideas are criticized, not people. Mediate conflicts respectfully. Feedback mechanisms. Supplement formal reviews with daily huddles. Mentoring partnerships and suggestion boxes to ensure continuous coaching. Recognition. Publicly thank team members who demonstrate coachable behaviors like soliciting input to enhance contributions. Acknowledging mistakes and incorporating advice into new successes. These strategies have led to powerful results at innovative global companies like Netflix and Facebook. When properly cultivated, a culture where feedback thrives multiplies individual and team learning for maximum organizational gains. Applying coachability in your industry. While the benefits of coachability hold true across sectors, effective implementation looks different in various industries and organizational contexts. Two examples demonstrate adapting feedback best practices. Coachability in healthcare. In high-stress healthcare, feedback can feel threatening to busy clinicians whose identities are tied to clinical roles. To encourage openness, Mass General Brigham, a large Boston healthcare system, instituted balanced learning conversations, where doctors and nurses meet monthly for mentorship focused on personal and professional development. Weiss. 2019. Structured reflection sheets guide confidential chats on challenges, successes, and mutual advice for improvement without punitive assessments. This has boosted resilience and information sharing between teams under pressure. Coachability for remote workers. For dispersed remote teams at Anthropic, an AI safety startup, less visible managers use a web tool called Miro to hold team retrospectives, where digital sticky notes anonymously capture feedback on processes. More. 2020. After identifying topics that need coaching, the group brainstorms changes over video call. Managers then coordinate 1:1 video mentoring on goals set. This low-pressure approach keeps teams engaged across borders through continuous mutual guidance. These innovative efforts tailor feedback practices to the dynamics of certain workforces, achieving coachability's benefits contextually. Leaders must thoughtfully adapt general principles to industry specifics for maximum impact. Conclusion. In today's environment of relentless change, the ability to learn and improve is organizations' greatest competitive advantage. Cultivating a culture of coachability through ongoing feedback multiplies growth at both the individual and team levels. Leaders play a vital role by personally demonstrating openness to input to develop themselves further and by establishing the conditions where their teams can continuously coach one another to new heights. From entrepreneurial startups to healthcare giants, innovative companies are harnessing feedback to boost resilience and performance sustainability. For any organization seeking to maximize its potential, making coachability a core competency should be a top priority.